Chapter 91. Quincy. George. Yeah! I screamed. I then took off running and landed on the platform. "You're under arrest," said a cop. "No, I'm seeing my mother," I said. I then banged the cop in the head with my cane, and that's when several cops after me. "You can't catch me," I said, running down the platform. "Me either," said Dr. Morcassius, running next to me. We then ran to the end of the platform where we were surrounded. "Run with your cane pointing out and swinging it," said Dr. Morcassius. "Got it," I said. I then did just that. Once we knocked down those cops like bowling pins, we came across Sam taking people down by going on their heads. I screamed just like Sam. I then jumped onto someone just like Sam and got hold of their head, and I kept punching them until I lost balance and fell on the tracks, and I landed on the platform safely. "Hey!" yelled one of the cops. One of the cops came running toward me, and I jumped high in the air, and then the cop tumbled into the tracks. "Thank God there are no trains coming right now," said Dr. Morcassius. "I agree," I said. I then saw Hannah swinging her cane around at some people on the other platform, so I jumped over to the other side and then jumped on her cane and knocked more cops out like bowling pins. "Strike!" said Hannah. I then gave Hannah a high five. "We're sending backup!" yelled one of the cops. "So are we!" said Dr. Morcassius, jumping over to the other side. It took Dr. Morcassius' style knocker to the head with his cane, and then another cop was knocked out. "Good shot," I said. "Your brother needs help. Go help him," said Dr. Morcassius. "On my way," I said. I then went to where Sam he was being surrounded. "You under arrest," said one of the cop. I then bit the cop's arm. "Ah!" screamed the cop. I then let go. "You under arrest too," said the cop. Before he was able to get to me, Sam the kick knocked him out. "Thank you," I said. Sam then winked at me and took out more cops too. I then took a look around, and then I saw Dr. Morcassius was being surrounded on the other side of the platform, and I saw that the cops were pointing their guns at him. "No one does that to my brother," I said. I screamed from across the platform. I then went running down the platform with my cane, pointed in front of me, and then I struck two of the cops right in the middle, and then I jumped into the air with my cane, and then I took one of the cops down with my feet and the other with my cane. "Split," said Dr. Morcassius. I then saw Hannah was being surrounded by cops. "No time to talk. Must save Hannah," I said. I then jumped over the train tracks and somersaulted into the cops. It wasn't enough to knock them down. You are going to need to do better than that," said one of the cops to me, laughing. I screamed. I then got onto one of the cops' head, and another cop tried to pry me off, and he ended up getting banged with my cane while the one I was getting knocked out into the tracks. "Get the cane," said one of the cops. "Defend the cane," said Dr. Morcassius. Screamed Sam. Sam then took out 10 cops in 10 seconds. "True strike," said Dr. Morcassius. Sam took about. "Got ya," said one of the cops, grabbing Sam. "No!" I screamed. I then jumped over the train tracks and lunged at the cop who was grabbing Sam. "Yeah!" I said. That cop's head was then gushing blood as he was resting against the railing. "George," said Dr. Morcassius. "Yes," I said. "Knock out new comes on the stairway," said Dr. Morcassius. I said. I then went to the stairwell where new cops were coming in. "Excuse me, but I believe you're under arrest," said the cop at the stairs. "I want to play a game first," I said. "What is it?" the cop asked, irritated. "Dominoes," I said. I then lunged and grabbed onto the head of the cop at the top of the stairs, and the cop fell down, thereby making all the cops on the stairs fall like dominoes. I was able to get down and land with my cane before I was pointed to fallen dominoes. I then began walking down the stairs and on top of the cops, and more cops were showing up. "You are under arrest," said one of the cops running up the stairs. "No!" I screamed. I then jumped on top of the cops like they were stepping stones, and that was the end of that. "Want that some?" I yelled at the cops down below. Yes, said one of the cops humbly. Then a taser was fired at me. Oh, I said. I then rushed up the stairs. What is it, Dr. Cassius asked. Tasers are coming! Good to know, said Hannah. Cops then came running up the stairs with firing tasers. Fire and ready, said one of the cops. No, said no problem, said another one of the cops. Watch out, screamed Dr. Cassius. Screamed Sam. Get the screaming monkey, said the cops. Sam then jumped over the train tracks and grabbed the taser of one of the cops through a ton of punching. What the, said one of the cops. Sam then kept the taser and the cop fell. Give it up, Sam! Screamed Dr. Cassius from the other platform. I then jumped over to Dr. Cassius. What are these? I asked. Take out the cops' tasers. I said. I then inserted my cane into my cloak's interior pockets and hooked my harness up, and then running down the platform, and then I took off hand grind. Stay in Quincy Station, yelled Dr. Cassius. Will do, I said. I then took off out of the covered area and then made a U-turn back to the main station, and I saw that Sam was in a little bit of trouble. George to the rescue, I said. I then kicked the cops attacking George from above my feet, and that gave Sam some strength. Woohoo! I screamed. I then flew out of the station and made another U-turn as I head back toward the station where I saw Hannah was in trouble. I see you, Hannah! I screamed. I then stuck out my fists for her, and then I knocked out cops to attack Hannah. Thank you, Hannah, for installing these, I said. You're welcome, said Hannah. Just then I saw someone was flying next to me. Hi, said Dr. Cassius. Are you taking up the same strategy, I asked? It looks like I am, said Dr. Cassius. We then turned around and went back into Quincy Station. It looks like we have some destroying to do, I said. You take the left platform, I'll take the right, said Dr. Cassius. Command received, I said. Ivan was basically the broom to the left platform, while Dr. Cassius was the same to the right platform. After I swept them, I kept on flying. Land on my platform, yelled Dr. Cassius. On my way, I said. I then turned around and landed on the platform, and that was that.